Hey guys, this is my Drednaw EXP video for patch 1.2.1.11. I've been pretty busy recently, but I really wanted to get this video out because a new patch just dropped, and thankfully Drednaw EXP values have not changed. I'm just gonna jump right into it and try to keep it short. Let me know in the comments if anybody wants a more in-depth explanation about anything. As introduced in my passive EXP video, here is the chart of EXP required per level to level up. We're going to use this info to calculate how much EXP Drednaw gives to us throughout the game. But Willie, why are we calculating this when Unite DB already gave us the EXP values in their patch notes when Drednaw was nerfed? Well, viewer, it's because those EXP values aren't actually what you get in the game. Remember in my previous video, we showed that EXP values differ between practice mode and custom mode. So Drednaw EXP is no different. What we're gonna do is record ourselves taking out Drednaw, and then take screenshots of our EXP meter right before and right after Drednaw was taken. Note that with this method, you don't have to take passive EXP into account at all because passive EXP ticks only occur once per second. So at 60 FPS, we will have up to 60 frames of data to choose from in which the passive EXP ticks have not yet happened and thus have had no influence on our EXP meter. Knowing what the EXP meter looks like before and after Drednaw, we can use some simple geometry to analyze the screenshots to estimate how much EXP we received. Here, I drew some circles and lines and used an online protractor to find the angles between the two EXP meters. Subtract the two angles to get the angle subtended by the EXP we gained from Drednaw. Now, if the entire 360-degree circle represents 1290 EXP at level 10, then we can set up a ratio to see how much 200 degrees of the EXP bar is in terms of EXP. By the way, the method I'm using has an uncertainty of about 2 degrees, which is only a difference of 15 EXP at level 14. So I'm choosing to ignore the uncertainty for simplicity. To clarify, the footage we just analyzed is pre-nerf footage. You got scammed. But the reason we're calculating pre-nerf values first is that our current post-nerf Drednaw EXP values are actually derived from these pre-nerf values. I will show you. Here is a chart of Drednaw's EXP values at every point in the game. Yep, for those who have paid attention while playing the game, you might have guessed that Drednaw's EXP actually increases over time. I believe this info was mined and compiled by Iant from the Unite math cord sometime in October 2021, like last month. You can see that the 880 value in the Unite DB patch notes is the EXP value coded into the game for Drednaw at 10 minutes. So yeah, this value is pretty much useless for us who play the game because Drednaw doesn't actually spawn until 7 minutes. If you look at column 2, from testing, we found that the in-game value is scaled down from the coded value by 40%. This is the actual amount of EXP that you get from pre-nerf Drednaw in custom, standard, and ranked games. One really weird thing that I found from testing is that relative to the listed game time in the chart, the in-game values are actually all shifted down by 1 row. So for example, the value we calculated when we defeated Dred at 652, 716.67 correlates to 714 at 633 on the chart. 1 row below what the value is supposed to be according to the game's code. Alright, now that we have an understanding of how we got Drednaw's EXP values pre-nerf, I can reveal Drednaw's post-nerf EXP values. Drednaw's post-nerf values are simply 25% lower than Drednaw's pre-nerf values. You can see now where the 880 nerfed to 660 on Unite DB came from, because 660 is 75% of 880. The final column of this chart gives us the actual in-game EXP values, also shifted 1 row down relative to the chart's listed game time. So let's do one more quick example to prove that these EXP values are real. This is footage I took one day after the latest patch. So like yesterday. This time, we're taking Drednaw at level 11 at 621 so that we're in a different level and time bin from our pre-nerf example. Based on the chart, we should expect around 553 EXP because we're taking the EXP value one row below the time bin that we're in. Taking the frames before and after killing Dred and using much neater geometry, we get 128 degrees. And then we set up our ratio and multiply by the EXP required at level 11, and we get 551.11111 EXP, which is very, very close to 553 EXP. Ta-da! Math works! Now, a word of caution for those who want to try these calculations at home. Your values are going to differ based on how filled your EXP meter is. And this is because the EXP meter itself is not actually visually consistent. So in this clip, starting at 9:10, it takes 89 seconds to get from level 3 to level 4. This means that the EXP circle should be about half full 45 seconds into level 3, or at 8:25. But as you can see, the circle is clearly less than half filled at 8:25. What this means is that the circle EXP meter is front heavy, as in more EXP is being represented in the first half of the circle compared to the second half of the circle. Yeah, everyday EXP testing just becomes more and more complicated. That's it for this video. I hope I covered everything. When I have time, I'll try to cover the EXP distribution for all of the other wild Pokemon so you guys can make educated decisions on when to give up Dred or when to fight for it. For now, it seems like Dred EXP basically equals around 2 Autonos at every stage in the game, but I'll come up with real values and let you guys know. Again, thanks to Iant, Arya, and Ham Sandwich from the Math Cord for their discussions and resources. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and yeah, that's all I got. Bye.